Kinetic is aiming to mount a revamped charge on the electric scooter space with this, the reincarnated DX electric scooter. As you can see, this electric DX scooter looks very similar to the Kinetic Honda DX two-stroke petrol scooter from the 80s and the 90s. Kinetic has done a good job recreating the original while adding a touch of modernity and functionality to this scooter. The design, while reminiscent of the original, does add a little bit of modern flair to it. The headlight design isn't exactly the same. The tail light is also slimmer, narrower, but in profile this looks very similar to the original. Of course, a lot of things have changed. The chassis is new, the battery pack is mounted under the floorboard. Instead of a trailing link front suspension, you've got telescopic front fork, a big front disc brake and 12-inch wheels at both ends. Now, Kinetic tells us that this has a 2.6 kilowatt-hour LFP battery. LFP is a safer chemistry, especially for India's hot and humid climate, and can last 3 to 4 times longer than a comparable NMC unit, says the company. Coming to range, Kinetic says that this scooter can achieve 116 kilometers of claimed range. However, there is still pending certification by the ARAI. As you can see, it's got a hub-mounted motor with a peak power output of 4.8 kilowatts. Kinetic says that the DX Electric has a top speed of 90 kilometers per hour. But the specifications aren't what's interesting about the scooter. What is the feature set. First of all, you've got a 37-litre boot which can accommodate a full-face helmet as well as a half-face helmet inside, says Kinetic. There's also a hidden compartment inside, although we can't access it just yet. Then, you've got an onboard charging system. What Kinetic has cleverly done is integrated the charger cable as well as the 3-pin socket right inside. Let me give you a look. As you can see, the 3-pin socket and the long charging cable is integrated right into the scooter. So you don't need to worry about carrying your charger or the charger infringing into the boot space. Another nifty feature that Kinetic has integrated is that if you press this button over here, the pillion foot pegs do open. Another interesting feature, the Kinetic DX electric scooter has an onboard speaker. You can connect your phone to it and either talk to somebody or stream music. This is very similar to something that we've seen on the Ola S1 scooters. There are 3 riding modes on offer on the Kinetic DX: range, power and turbo. Range is the lowest and turbo is the highest. Sitting on the Kinetic scooter, it is a fairly neutral and straightforward rider's triangle, but I think the seat is a little soft, because of which I am sitting a little bit knees up. I think I'm sinking a little into the seat. Of course, this will vary depending on your height and weight, so it's a bit of a personal thing. Another interesting feature on the Kinetic DX is that there is no physical key. You can get the scooter either with a key fob, or just like with the Ola scooters, there is a keypad right over here into which you punch your security code and that unlocks the scooter. And coming to the price, Kinetic is selling the DX in 2 variants, the standard DX and the DX Plus. The former is priced at 1.11 lakh rupees ex showroom, while the latter commands 1.17 lakh rupees ex showroom. That puts it right in the ballpark of things like the TVS iQube, the Bajaj Chetak, the Ather Rista, basically the heavy hitters in today's electric two-wheeler segment. What do you think will happen when the Kinetic DX enters the market? Because deliveries will begin a few months down the line in October 2025. Kinetic says that it has a yearly capacity of 40,000 units for the DX. What are your thoughts on this reincarnation of a two-stroke loved petrol scooter that put India on 2 wheels?